Hi guys. So it's been a while since I've connected with you guys through video, and I thought now feels like the right time. I was reflecting on my 3 day silent meditation over the festive season. I decided to do one from the 30th, the 31st, and then through to the 1st. I thought it would be an interesting way to come into the new year rather than the usual celebratory drinks with friends, lots of people, counting down. I thought maybe going inward and being silent this time around might set a different tone for this year. So I did that, and just this morning I was reading through my journal about my reflections on day 3, and I thought that I'd share that with you guys. So I'm going to go straight into it. I realized just before dinner that I'd spent most of the first day of 2022 waiting for meditation time, waiting for lunchtime, waiting for breathwork time, waiting for dinner time. The waiting was anticipation of the events that made up the day coming and then going, taking me 1 hour closer to the end of silence. When did I forget the beauty of true aloneness? As I sat, watching my breath on my rocking chair after dinner, I huffed past an uncomfortable feeling of boredom. This time, I decided to go back and question it until there were no questions left. Why don't you want to do this practice diligently? Because it requires too much time and effort. Talk me through the process of responding to a chocolate craving. I put on my clothes, grabbed my purse, walked down 4 flights of stairs, walked 5 minutes to and from the convenience store, back up the stairs, get undressed, hit play on the movie I was watching, and enjoy my chocolate for 3 minutes. Do you think your craving for the chocolate is bigger than your craving for liberation? Yes. I don't think so. After you get the chocolate, the craving goes away and is replaced by guilt. Your craving for liberation never goes away. I want liberation without the effort and the time. I know how much watching and waking up and meditation is required. I've done this all before, remember? Maybe the experience of liberation became another piece of paraphernalia on my mantelpiece for show and tell. The glitz and glamour of it has worn off, like an out-of-season Rolls Royce. Yet you still desire it more than anything else. Yes. Can we commit to starting small? A morning chakra meditation and an evening meditation daily. They don't have to be long. Silence. They can be as short as you like. Just make them consistent. Consistency has always been my problem. I never completed anything. Piano lessons, all the dance styles, swimming, courses, boyfriends, marriages, friendships. Yet liberation is the thing to free you from all these incomplete tasks and the lack of consistency. It requires consistency. I'm not good at that. Start small, 1 day at a time. 2 short meditations a day, okay? Okay. After this conversation in my head, a male lion appeared in front of me, then a tiger, and back to the lion. Then it kept switching like an advert for an African safari. Giraffe, elephant, meerkat, kitten, baby lion, bear, moose, rabbit. It extended to other continents. I thanked it for the show and came to write it down. Tonight's meditation was the best of all of them. Once I'd completed my 1,000 kapalabatis, I wondered how long I would need to sit quietly before it would be considered long enough. I thought of the Vipassana lecture from today and how the speaker said to sit bound at your legs and bound at your hands, unmoving, tied down in this posture until the teacher released you. It made me think of what I had written in my book and really did believe that you can be caged in a dungeon and tied at your hands and feet and still be free. So I surrendered. No race against time or itch or pain. I transcended each one. Not just Jeff tearing up, just not Jeff tearing up a toilet roll. My dog was tearing up a toilet roll close beside me, and eventually I gave up the effort to transcend and laughed it off and ended my meditation. But anyway, so I don't know if you got anything from that, But the conversation that I had with myself was particularly interesting and really helpful in that we often have the answers. In fact, we always have the answers. It just takes a little bit of probing and sometimes, in fact, most times, a little bit of silence to kind of just allow what we already know deep inside us to surface or to resurface. And and maybe from that point, sometimes the answers kind of just become clearer and we kind of just allow the period of transformation to happen. But the most important thing for me every single time is the silence. If I don't allow myself that period of silence and quiet to kind of see what's going on, what's lurking beneath the shadows, then I often miss it. It ends up spiraling into something, I won't say unnecessary, but something that doesn't need to happen if I stop for a moment and give myself the gift of silence. So, anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. And maybe the next time I'll talk a little bit about how my throat has actually been super closed, as well as my solar plexus, and realizing that the combination of those two, the courage in my solar plexus and speaking my truth, communication in my throat, how the two of those two things being closed has directly influenced me not being present on Instagram for the last while. But anyway, I'm doing the work of clearing that up, and maybe you'll be hearing more about it. Maybe you won't. We'll see how the next few days go. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your week, and see you guys soon.